Hello, welcome to the third episode of the Poop Talk podcast. Oh, I should just said Poop Talk, whatever. We skipped last week because we're bums, and because scheduling just didn't line up with everyone. But we made it to the fourth week for a third episode. We're here with me, Kasey.
Caleb.
Oh, I am so sorry. I'm Caleb.
I'm Sarah.
I am Matthew, aka the Soft Artist Boy, aka the last Metroid in captivity, aka some third thing.
Some third thing.
I can't remember.
Matty Chan.
Yeah, I guess. I don't want to redact that name from existence.
We could go back to what I originally called you when I first met you and just go back to 420.
Can we redact that too? Oh yeah, Blazing Wolf. That's the other one.
Before
You will be considered 420.
2 weeks ago on the second podcast, we did Sarah's segment when she hosted that we spun the metaphorical wheel for Netflix suggestions, and we chose Eden of the East, King of Eden, or something like that. But that was only available on Netflix DVD, so we spun it again and actually chose Arise, Ghost in the Shell, Ghost Pain. So I made sure everyone got a chance to watch it, so we've all watched that, but we'll get into that discussion in a second. To first start this out, since Matthew's our guest, we're going to get him to do our introduction that we did the first episode. So we're going to start out where I'm going to skip the future goals that we did the first time. We're going to start out with preferred gaming platform.
I guess right now, I don't really care, personally. I mean, PS4, because it has some of the more games that I like on it,
Okay.
I'd assume. But I play, like, Xbox for multiplayer. I have both.
Now
lame.
we'll go through the what gaming platforms you were raised on, so just go through, like, every gaming platform you've ever had.
Everyone. Okay, chronologically of when I got
Yes,
them, or
yes,
chronologically based
chronologically.
off release? Oh, no, of release or of me getting it?
Of you getting it.
Okay, so we got the GameCube, then the Wii, then the Xbox 360, then the PS3, then the PS2, then the Wii U, then the Xbox One, then the PS4.
Damn, that's a big list. And
It's a big
you're
list,
never
yeah.
gonna join us on PC, right?
I mean, I actually have my laptop fixed up, so I could technically play with you. I mean, it'd be like my laptop will have an aneurysm when I'm able to play with you.
I would just imagine you trying to play an Overwatch on that. That'd be great.
That would be great. I would hook up a controller just to be a scrub. I'd be scrubbing it the whole way through, but it'll be okay.
Preferred gaming category. I already know what this one is, though.
Oh, what do you think it is?
I'm gonna say RPG.
RPG. It's flavor of the week for me. It was like flavor of 2 months when Persona 5 came out, but like it's just like, man, do I think this game is cool? And then I play it. So like this year, like I went from playing Infamous Second Son to Nier Automata to Persona 5 as like new games, which all are
we can
technically
get into
different.
Nier Automata later, because I've actually been wanting to hear about that.
You should play it because it's on PC, because I don't want to spoil it, because it's like a game that you want to go in blind. You also might want to get some of the fan-made patches for it, because apparently it's crap on PC, but that's for later. Okay, let's keep going.
So, preferred gaming category, what would it be if you had to pick a number one?
Category. If I had to pick number one, I'd actually probably have to say it's a tie between platformers and RPGs.
Okay. I totally didn't hear any of that because my headset died, but I'll hear it later in the audio, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, it's fine. Yeah. No, you should have just lied and said that you heard it. It's like, yeah,
it'll be
that's
like
great,
it'll be like a little surprise for me later in post. You'll be like, oh, that's what he said.
Interesting.
No, you should edit in you saying like, yeah, that's great, Matthew.
Yeah, that's right.
And edit this out.
Favorite game ever and why?
Oh, favorite game ever? Oh shit, that's tough.
Nobody's gonna say.
What am I gonna say? Do you think I'm gonna say Persona 4?
Maybe.
No. Oh,
No, he
favorite
wouldn't.
game
He's not as
ever.
easy as you are,
That's
Sarah.
really tough.
Fuck you.
Ooh. Ever. That's God. I'm like, take too long on this shit.
If you don't know number one, you can do like a top three, and
Top
in
three.
no specific order.
In no particular order, Persona 5, Mega Man X4, and Halo Reach. No, 3. Halo 3.
I was about to say we almost had a.
Almost had the same game. It's a tie between Halo 3 and Reach, but I like
His headset
Reach.
died again.
Oh,
It's so
We're off
weird
to a
because
great
even in
start.
even in my audio waves, you can see where it like actually bottoms out and just does like a straight line because there's no audio
Die.
going through.
okay. What are the other questions?
Actually, whenever I did this on the first episode, my favorite game was Halo Reach. So I was actually we almost had the same game there, and then you said 3.
Almost. It was like
Um,
it's a really close tie between the two, but I like playing 3 like competitively.
I do think it's funny that your top 3 games are
Yeah.
ways different. Like Mega Man's
Yeah,
a
I know.
platformer, while Persona 5 is like an RPG,
An RP
turn-based
it's a re-
turn-based
Yeah.
game, and then you get Halo Reach, which is action or a first-person
That-
shooter 3D world.
That's why I couldn't pick between them. 'Cause they're just different games.
They're all like unique in their own aspect and stuff.
If I wanted to add one more, it probably would be Bayonetta 2, but that's... I mean, I haven't even finished the game, but it's good. It's real good.
Last question.
Yeah.
Favorite movie and why, since this is an entertainment podcast.
Favorite movie? Probably the original Captain America.
Wow.
Oh, so the what is it? The first Avenger? That was the
First
one?
Avenger, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
And why? You're forgetting the why part.
Why? I don't know, I like Captain America as a superhero. Actually, I don't know, Star Wars would probably beat it. Actually, no, I'm not sure what Star Wars movie to pick, though. Never mind, no, I'm sticking with it. Captain America. I just like Captain America. It was interesting to see, like, it brought to the big screen and, like, them, like, make jokes about, like, some of the stuff. Like the original Captain America costume, etc., etc. It was a pretty good story.
All right, easy
Chris
breezy.
Evans is hot.
All right. So that takes care of all of our introduction questions. You answered it in like record time compared to us. I think we've been planning on other topics our first podcast. We ended up dragging out those questions for the
Right.
entire podcast. And then
Okay.
like the last 10 minutes talking about E3.
Hmm.
But
Okay.
first off, I would like to go ahead and interrupt the conversation to do my second segment, which I was going to do the first week, and then I made it into poopy reviews from a poopy person, or poop reviews from a poopy
Right.
person. This segment is called Not a Sponsor,
Not a sponsor.
where I just do give a personal recommendation to a line of products and or things, and
Right.
they are in no way sponsoring me because I just like the product. So
Right.
I thought the first one to ever start this off would be a good way would be Mophie. Mophie. They're a battery phone case maker, and so I didn't use them a lot, and I actually hated like battery cases and like portable chargers for a long time. But last summer I started working at Amazon doing warehouse shifts for like 10-hour shifts, and
Right.
we were allowed to listen to music there. So I would notice my phone would barely make it through the shift, on just on the little battery it had. So I ordered I think it was like a $70 phone case. They gave me 80% extra charge. They're a bit pricey, but they're pretty stylish, and it's almost a requirement now. It's one of those things that's like when I get my new phone, I'm going to buy another Mophie case because it's just
Right.
become that essential to my phone. I don't think I've ever let my phone battery die now because just having an extra 80% just covers every base you need. So that was my not a sponsor. I love Mophie cases. It's spelled And you should
Can I
go.
do not a sponsor as well?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Arctic 7's are dope.
Okay.
Yeah,
It's a good review.
he showed me those last night, and I'm probably gonna get me the Arctic 7 and Sarah the Arctic 7 soon.
Nice.
Yeah, they're pretty dope.
And then I'm gonna give Karen the G930 is what I have.
Cameron, don't watch this. Oh,
It's a surprise.
He can't hear it anyways. It's okay.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
So now onto
That's
the
gross.
first talking point. Let's all talk about Arise, Ghost in the Shell, Ghost Pain.
Alright. So, who watched sub and who watched dub?
I started out watching the first 5 seconds in sub before I realized that I could change that the dub change was actually in the settings, so then we changed the dub.
Okay, and everybody watched it in dub then?
Yeah.
Oh man.
And me and Sarah watched it
Now,
together, so yeah, we both watched it in dub.
Okay, so just like quick note about me watching the dub. So as I mentioned before, I was playing Persona 5, and the Major has the same voice actor as one of the prominent characters in that game. So I kept hearing that character, and I was like,
Are the personalities like worlds different too?
Not, kind of. It's like it's a different character type, but it's like,
Yeah.
I don't know. It was weird.
Alright, so as the plot was kind of confusing because it kept switching back and forth between like what she did know and didn't know. I guess you couldn't even like give her. Is she even a she?
It was more of like reality.
No,
and
she's
fantasy.
a cyborg. She's like mostly cyborg.
Yeah, but
Or, like,
but
her
even in the
brain.
story they said that like she was given a cybernetic body, a full cybernetic body out of before she was even born from birth. So technically she could be like, I guess, asexual, like not even have a
Right.
gender.
I know a bit more about Ghost in the Shell, and
I figured you would
Don't
because it's
worry
a very
about it.
prominent anime. So I would be like, this is probably
I mean
right
I've
up
heard of
your
it.
alley.
Like I don't. Yeah, we should watch the other ones because there are 2 more movies on Netflix.
They seemed alright. It kind of makes me want to go see the actual cinematic movie with
That
Scarlett
wasn't nearly
Johansson.
as
Okay.
bad as I thought it would be.
Well, the thing is that if you, because I know what some things about the original, and for them to make Scarlett Johansson work, they had to remove something about the original movie that made it what it was.
And what's that?
I'm not gonna tell you because it's like kind of spoilery.
Oh.
Like basically to make it work, they like, it's not really Ghost in the Shell. It's like the characters and all that, but it isn't what the original was. In that sense.
There wasn't enough boobies.
No, there was
That's what
plenty
I
of boobies.
said, Caleb.
Well, every time she said that, then like the next scene would have boobs in it, and I'm like, all right.
Whatever.
Especially because like she'd hop out of the shower and be like, "There's boob," and she's like, "Where?" And like, "There's side boob right there," and like, there's totally like front crotch shots too, and she's like, "Nuh-uh." She could because it was too zoomed far back. She was like, "Nah, I don't believe it."
And she's a cyborg. They don't show the nips or the.
It's a cyborg, it's fine.
It's a
You can
cyborg.
feel
You can show
feelings for
everything. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It's not a real person.
Honestly, I kind of just had it playing to the side, and I was playing Dokkan mainly.
So my personal thing
Guilty.
about it, you know what in the movie where they dig up the old like colonel, I think.
Right, yeah.
Since I'm not familiar with Ghost in the Shell's anime, I don't know what the colonel actually looked like. So when they opened the box and the girl was there, I'm like, is that the colonel? And then it woke up and started killing people. I'm like, I'm just gonna take a safe bet and say that's not the colonel. And then the fucking
Just a
crane,
cool-
the crane guy smashed that bot with the grave. That was fucking cool. That was cool.
Alright. Just a quick note about the movie. It is a prequel to the original Ghost in the Shell movies, as far as I understand it. From what
But-
I read on the movie, anyways.
But she's still a major though. Like, does she just start out a major the entire time?
No, like she's in the military,
Yeah.
right? And that's her rank. And the movie takes place, or the Arise movies or whatever, I think take place before the original Ghost in the Shell.
Okay.
Or maybe one of them covers the original Ghost in the Shell. I know the first one's a prequel, I think. I should have checked all this shit.
Was Ghost Pain the first one or in the prequel, or is that? Or did we watch them out of order now?
No, it is Ghost Pain. I think I can check this. Hold on.
Ghost Pain was the one we watched.
Yeah, I know that. I mean, I can check the order.
Okay, and the other, I think the other one was like, I don't fucking know.
One was Ghost Whisper.
Yeah.
Ooh, I love that show. I don't know if we're talking about the same thing.
No, we're talking about Arise,
Okay.
Ghost in the Shell, Ghost Whisper.
Oh,
I know what show you're talking about though, Sarah.
love that show.
Yeah, my
I have
grandma
a-
used to watch that all the time.
I have a funny story.
Arise.
I don't know if I told him. I'm pretty sure Casey's heard this before, but watching that show, they had a Bloody Mary episode, and it made me so upset that I threw up.
Oh,
So
goodness.
there's Ghost Pain and Ghost Whispers, I think.
There's the robot tentacle-looking spider bot that you can introduce like halfway through the movie. That becomes like Major's personal like fall-around fuckboy. I like that bot, even though it was kind of annoying. It was also it was always like start recording my camera and then feed it back to me live, and the bot's like, yes sir. It's really cute.
It's a very effeminate bot.
And then it's like, guard my bike, and then it just cloaks and just sits on top of the bike.
In a way.
And I also cracked up whenever she said guard my bike, and she cloaked invisible and then like sat on top of the bike. So no one could actually get to the bike. It was funny. It was parts of the movie that like shouldn't have made me laugh and wasn't there to intentionally make me laugh, but made me laugh anyways.
Yes, sir.
It honestly wasn't too bad of a movie. I've seen worse.
Yeah.
Rubber.
Well, I haven't even watched that movie. I don't even want to touch it with a 10-foot pole. I know enough about it to know that it's a psychedelic, terrorizing rubber tire that can kill people and make people's heads explode with its psychic powers, which is enough to make me say no. Never.
Now, what would you rather watch? You have to pick one. You cannot just say neither. You have to pick one. Sausage Party or Rubber?
I'd probably pick Rubber. Sausage Party's whole concept of food in a food market being sentient doesn't appeal to me. I'd rather watch people's heads explode by a rubber tire in the desert.
Oh, and then at the very end, spoiler. Do you want me to have it at the end?
Yeah, sure. I'm probably never gonna watch either of them, but
He comes back as
What?
a tricycle.
does he actually?
Yes, and then he gets like a bunch of other like tricycles and tires and oh my god, it's awesome and I want it.
Is there a Rubber 2?
I don't know. It'd probably be called Rubber Army.
I mean, if Sharknado got a fucking 4th movie, I'm sure Rubber can get a Rubber 2.
Wait, that thing got more than 2 movies?
Yeah, Sharknado had a
Excuse-
4th movie, and it was like aired on TV and everything. It was.
People need these.
They had a special event where people could vote.
Whew.
So they for Sharknado 4, they had like certain they had filmed 3 different endings to the movie, and or no, I think it was 2 different endings, and you could choose which character you wanted to live, or like there's a certain character if you wanted to live her to live or to die, and people voted
Right.
through their phone, and that just decided what part of what version of the movie played on live TV. This is how
That's
like what
wild.
I don't get it, and apparently whatever one won was considered canon. Like anyone cares about the canon of Shark fucking NATO. A guy literally soared through the air and with a fucking chainsaw and split a shark open. I don't fucking care.
Okay, that
this
was
is-
actually really dope though.
Shut up. Any other things anyone wants to mention about Arise? Ghost in the
The
Shell?
voice cast was pretty good because you got some of the people from Dragon Ball.
Are you talking
like
about for the
Christopher-
dub or sub?
For the dub. Like you got, as I mentioned before, Elizabeth Maxwell. You have the original voice of Major playing a different character, Mary Elizabeth McGlynn. You got Eric
I'll look up
Vale
real quick.
and Christopher Sabat. So you got Trunks and Vegeta as voice actors.
Wait, who?
Christopher Sabat,
Christopher.
Sabat.
Oh.
Probably
I
butchering
think
his name.
I think you are. I think you're right. It's Christopher Sabat.
And then you got Eric Vale.
Christopher Sabat, also known as the voice actor that works for Funimation. He provided voices for a number of English versions of Japanese anime such as. Huh.
Yeah.
That I didn't know. I want to see his IMDb because that's cool.
Yeah,
Oh,
so
is he
if
the
you
one
go-
that does Vegeta as well?
Yes.
Okay, that's
And I think
I
that's
knew
what
that
the
because I saw an interview with Sean Schimmel and him recently. That was like they were like talking about how they would play their characters in real life sometimes because they don't know how to stop being Vegeta and go in Kakarot. So like he said, Sean Schimmel said once told a story that they were like both in two separate elevators in the same building, but they saw each other get in the elevator. Christopher Sabat texts Sean Schimmel and says, "What floor did you get off on?" And he's like 9. He's like, I got off at 6. You bested me again, Kakarot.
Jesus.
And I think that's literally the best thing ever. But apparently he's voice acted in Yu Yu Hakusho, One Piece. What is this? Panty and stocking with garter belt.
Oh no, I know what that is.
I know what I'm
Oh,
watching
that's
next.
funny. Oh, that's funny.
It's a 2010 anime apparently.
No, it's good.
Why does it look like it has a Gur from Invader Zim right there at the bottom?
Because it looks like a Western cartoon most of the time.
Oh, he's in Ruby apparently. Ruby Volume 4.
Yeah, a lot of people are in Ruby, like Yuri Lowenthal's in it. Who am I thinking of? His wife, Tara Platt. There we go. You got like a lot of people in Ruby. You get a lot of people who probably shouldn't be doing voice work in Ruby.
Yeah.
Okay.
He
That's a story for
was
another time.
he voice acts of course in Dragon Ball Z Universe 2. He's the voice actor in Super, Backstage Pass, One Piece Film Gold, Battleborn. Oh, he's apparently a voice actor in the Battleborn game.
Yeah.
People care about that game.
He's a narrator in the Super Android 13 Abridged. Oh my God, he worked at TFS.
Wow, dude.
I'm not surprised.
That's awesome. He's in One Punch Man. He's a Vaccine Man.
Oh no. Oh man, one of my favorite voice
I'm
actors is.
shooketh.
I know. Oh shit.
I love how he said he's also in the Ghost in the Shell movie, and it says Ghost in the Shell, the new movie from 2015.
Yeah.
Can I just say, I want One Punch Man season 2 now and voice crack, but I really want it. I want it bad.
He was also in Infamous Second Son.
As what? What's it?
Concrete Bishop.
Oh, okay.
He's in
I know
Saints
what
Row
that
4.
is.
He's a very impressive IMDb. My God.
Yeah, a lot of voice actors get around.
I thought he was just Vegeta.
That doesn't pay the bills.
Prince of all Saiyans. I'm sure if he was just Vegeta, Prince of all Saiyans, he would pay the bills just handsomely. Let's be honest here.
Vegeta doesn't pay bills. That's
That's where the majority of his paycheck comes from, and you know it.
That's where Bulma comes from.
Oh my God.
Or comes in.
Oh my God, he also voice acted in Eden of the fucking East. The other movie we were going to watch.
That's funny.
He also voice acted in the TFS Bardock Father of Goku Abridged.
Nice.
Anything else? He was in Halo Wars. He's the tutorial instructor in Halo Wars.
Oh wow, so he doesn't get a very big spotlight in that either.
No.
Yeah, well, sometimes just get what you can get.
I mean, this guy
No.
has literally done like everything. It's so many things on here.
Oh shit! Wait, okay. So just weird tangent about voice actors. You know the voice of Torbjorn?
Torbjorn? Yeah.
Nope.
Yeah, that's the. Okay, nope. Okay, cool. But that guy voices the final boss in Persona 5, or one of the end game bosses. It's so funny.
I wonder what else Sean Schimmel does. I need to look up their IMDb's later. But we went on a tangent long enough about Christopher Sabat. Sean Schimmel, I love Sean Schimmel's curly fucking hair. It's so cool. All right. Next topic of discussion after Arise is iOS 11. Do you have an iPhone, Matthew?
Yeah, I have an iPhone.
Me and Sarah recently, whenever they released the beta, got a part of the beta, and now we both have the iOS 11 update. I'm not sure Caleb did it or not.
Nope. I'm
Yeah.
not touching that with the 10-foot pole till it's
Probably good on you
Till
because
final
it
release.
broke a lot of things for us.
Probably for the best, to be honest.
Yeah, we were too
And I'll
eager
be
to
honest.
see the features.
Yeah.
My phone's really old, and like every time I put a new update on it, it starts dying even more.
iPhone 4S.
No, it's a 5C.
That's
Okay.
same as us.
Oh, so your phone was already dying. This
Yes,
just made it worse.
But my only main problem was because my storage on here is 12.87 gigabytes, so I guess that's 16.
Right.
But I always had like 500 megabytes available for the longest time, and then I was like, "Where's all my memory taken up?" And then it looked and it said messages. I think it was because I've had my phone for a year and a half, and I've never deleted me and Sarah's text conversation. So I deleted it one day to start over. I freed up 3 gigabytes worth of memory.
Nice.
So I was finally able to update, and I would think we could just quickly go over the features. If you want to go ahead and like open up a browser for iOS 11, you could also
Yeah.
list off some
That's what
stuff.
I'm looking up.
I think some of my favorite features. I love the new control center. They readjusted it so it's not like it basically made it look very minimal and stuff. It kept the background blurry, and they made it to where you can add stuff.
Uh-oh.
And
He
his
gone.
headset died.
Yeah, Casey, this is
back.
great.
They made it to where you can add stuff in your settings to the control center. So
Huh.
that way you can like instead of it just being limited to what's just already there, you can add. They have screen recording now also with iOS 11. So I added that to my control center. So now if I want to record something like Dokkan Battle, since me and Caleb are big on Dokkan Battle, we literally
Right.
just swipe up the control center and hit that button.
I sent a video of me playing Dokkan Battle.
Super cringe. It's literally a video of her being like, "Oh, today we're gonna play Dokkan Battle," and then she's like, "All right," and then she gets into the battle and instantly dies, and she's like, "All right, thanks for watching," and then like kills it and then stops the recording.
10
Casey,
out of 10. Good content.
I kind of want to stream Dokkan Battle on Mixer. I think that would be fun.
If you could figure out how to do it, go.
I already
good
know
on
how
you.
to do it.
You know how to do it? Go do
Yeah.
it then. I'll watch your stream. You're better at playing Dokkan than I am, so it'd be interesting to watch.
Yeah.
I have my power save mode, so that way whenever I accidentally hit enter power save mode rather than close when my 20% notification pops up, I don't have to go into my settings to deactivate it. I can just swipe up and deactivate it.
Huh.
Thinking smart.
Eh?
Not bad.
With the iPhone 7, since it has that pressure touch screen, they added a feature back in iOS 10 where you can push your finger harder on the flashlight button in your control center, and it allows you to adjust the brightness levels, so you can do different brightness levels with your flashlight. They added that feature in on iOS 11 for all devices, so all you gotta do is hold your phone on the button, and then it has 4 light levels that you can do. I thought that was
Right.
interesting.
Controller
Controller centers.
What I like.
Control center is easily my favorite. The thing I hate though is the new notification menu with the swipe down from the top of the screen.
Ooh, I also do like the driving thing. The do not disturb while driving.
Oh yeah, that's pretty
I
cool
think
too.
that's pretty cool.
What if you're
Is it-
running?
Well, it asks you like, are you driving? And you can say yes or no. So.
And not to mention you can even add that to your control center as well. So you just gotta hit that button if you want to start driving, and then it'll keep all notifications quiet.
Huh. Nice.
It won't disturb
Pretty
you at all.
interesting.
So, Sarah's been doing it. And I'm proud of her because she has a bad habit of grabbing her phone while she drives or getting
Also,
distracted in general.
It won't let you like unlock your phone if you're using it, which is pretty cool. Which is also kind of annoying because if I want to change my song or playlist,
You
on,
can just use the thing on your touchscreen device on your dashboard.
Wait, you have one of those, Sarah? That's dope.
Yeah, she has one of those touchscreen dashboards that and then it even like recognizes that she's playing music from Spotify, so she can like hit shuffle, repeat, unshuffle, change the song, skip, pause it, everything just from her dashboard.
That's dope.
She's only complaining because she organizes her music in Spotify by playlist rather than all of them in the song tab. So she wants to play. So she has a certain playlist for different moods. I have all of my songs in my song list, so I'm like, oh, this is not the song I want to listen to. I can just skip and keep going through all my songs. She can't do that. Also, she's gonna probably say at me next time.
No, I'm getting really frustrated because I can't book our trip to London.
Oh. Also, she. What?
I just said where we were going.
No, you didn't.
Yes, I did.
Did
Sarah,
she?
no, you didn't. I didn't hear
Yes.
it.
No, you said
Yes,
I can't.
I
couldn't. You
did.
just said I couldn't book my trip. I can't book the trip. That's all you said.
You guys heard it, didn't you?
No, Sarah. I would
You
not
never
lie to
said
you.
that. You never said the destination. You just said I can't.
did
I'm getting
say it.
frustrated because you said I'm getting frustrated because I can't book our trip. That's all you said.
Yeah, that's all you said. That's all that came through.
No. Matthew, did
Yes.
you hear it?
No.
No, you didn't say it. You're being crazy.
Okay. I'm like 1,000% positive.
Yeah, well, we're 2,000% positive you didn't.
I mean, maybe you thought it in your head and then you're like, oh my god, I just said that out loud.
No, I actually said it out loud. Okay.
Oh.
None of us heard
Well,
you, so maybe did you mute your mic
anyways.
or something? I don't know what you're talking about.
No, it's good. It's good.
Clearly,
I don't know what
no. The
happened.
3 people also in this conversation did not hear you say it. So maybe trust those 3 people instead of the 1 person that thinks you did say it. just a thing.
Man.
Caleb, iOS. Since you are familiar with iOS 11, what features are you looking forward to?
Really, same as you. Control center and screen recording, which those are the 2 big ones. I don't think I will update on my iPhone 5S just because
You gonna wait
I'm
for a
fine
new
where I'm
phone?
at. Yeah, I mean, I've had this one for 4 years. I mean, it's doing me good still, so I might as well try to, squeeze as much life out of it as possible.
I checked my upgrade schedule, and I found out I don't even get. I haven't even had my phone for 2 years yet. I'll have had my phone for 2 years in January, and that's when I get my upgrade. So then but depending on whether or not Sarah can get off her AT&T plan and open up a new plan, I may just go ahead and get the upgrade, or wait, because if it's the upgrade to the iPhone 7, or probably the 6, I would be fine with just the 6 at this point.
I'm kind of excited for the iPhone 8.
Oh my
Nah,
god.
I'm good, bro.
I don't know
They're
anything
they're
about
gonna
the
take
iPhone
away your
8.
charging
It's-
port
it-
next, man.
I don't
Or all
really,
the ports.
I don't really plug my headphones into. I don't plug my headphones into my phone already, so it's not really gonna affect me at all. I don't know. If it's like a full screen, like the whole front is a screen, and I kind of like that.
I feel like
Feels-
I don't like that because I like having parts of the phone that I don't have to worry about touching and messing with stuff.
Well, you can always get a case. That's another thing.
Yeah, I guess. I mean, I'm always gonna get a Mophie case. So, I have heard rumors that the iPhone 8 will switch up from the Lightning adapter to something else. I'm hoping that's not true, but I think
Yeah, I would be happy if it's USB-C.
if that's the case, yes, because USB-C should be the universal standard. But if it's like a new fucking adapter, which Apple does that with their laptops.
Yeah. Well, no, didn't they switch to USB-C recently?
His headset died again.
Sarah, didn't they switch
Man.
to USB-C on their laptops? I'm pretty sure.
No,
they
they
did.
I'm not
they added
sure.
some weird shaped one. They haven't switched to that yet. They should. If they switch to USB-C on their phones with the iPhone 8, they probably will end up doing it with their laptops too.
I mean, USB-C. I mean, it comes with faster charging.
Well, yeah. Well, that's the point why it should be universal standards, because it's like the best charging selection right now, and it's because
Plus-
it's universal.
And plus, it'd be good for Dokkan and World Tournaments. Duh.
Oh, so it makes your phone run faster? Yeah.
Well, no, it doesn't make your phone run faster. It
Well,
just kind of.
I will say that the certain charger does allow that to happen. Certain chargers that I've plugged into my phone, if it's not the right charging, it's not the right voltage or whatever, or the wattage, it will slow your phone down immensely and make it buggy as hell. And I don't know why it does that. Like I connected I think this is I think whatever this whatever the Samsung charger, is that USB-C? Or is that mini USB?
I think it's mini USB.
Well, I plugged one of those in that was like some off-brand wire that was sitting at the desk one day. And I had literally, it would like touch my screen and it would get wonky. And I mean wonky when I would try to touch my notepads on my left side of the screen and it would open up settings on the far right side of the screen. And like I would try to scroll down and it would flick up. And it was just because of the charger. I unplugged it and it behaved fine. So I think it honestly, the voltage does have the effect. So if it's USB-C, you could actually see good performance at your phone.
Another thing is what is it? Screen record, not screen recording, but like you could hook up your phone to your computer and have it display your phone screen onto your computer if you had a certain program, because it's like.
Well, I'm sure we could actually, if you I'm pretty sure OBS would recognize it then at that point.
Yeah.
Which that would be interesting. That'd be really interesting.
Yeah, you just have to. You would have to make it background like, Rhyme Style or Nanogenics or D-Free. They have their screen in the middle, and then they have like Super Saiyan 4 Goku and Vegeta on both sides. Something like that. And then you can just be ready to stream it if you wanted, or record it.
Yep.
Which is really nice.
Anyone else?
Please do that.
Anyone else got iOS 11 favorites and/or hates? Matthew, I know you don't have much experience with it right now, considering you haven't upgraded to it.
I have none. I have no clue what you people are talking.
Sarah, do you have any complaints and/or things you are interested in?
Complaints or like things that I like.
Yes, that's what I said.
Okay, well, my complaints is the apps switching and like killing the apps.
Oh yeah.
Like, how you can cancel, kill your apps, right?
Hello.
It's kind of glitchy and it won't ever kill my apps. And sometimes if I go to my home screen and then try to kill my apps again, it works, but sometimes it doesn't. And then it's annoying because it sometimes won't switch back and forth between my apps because it's so glitchy. So I hope they fix that when they release the final version.
This also has become a problem for me on Dokkan Battle, and if Caleb updated, it would be a problem for him because we make mistakes a lot and like to kill the app and start it over.
What happened? Really?
That could mess up if we think we killed the app and went back in and get killed. That would.
See, that's something I'm also trying to,
Well, yeah, we're gonna get that feature taken away from us at some point, but I'm trying to abuse the hell out of it right now.
I'm trying to stop myself from doing it now, which is why I went an entire boss rush, Super 3, without resetting the app. So I had to be really smart. I
reset it 100 times. Let's go.
I reset Cameron's once, but that's just because I selected the wrong orbs and I had the wrong placement for the characters. That's it.
You sneezed and tapped the orbs.
Okay.
I do have one more thing I had planned out to talk about, and I posted it in the podcast text chat. If y'all scroll back a little bit. This is more for Matthew. Are you familiar with the Death Note series, Matthew?
Yeah, and I'm familiar with what it is. I haven't watched it.
Oh.
Yet, but.
Well, you all can go ahead and watch the trailer if you want. I don't think it's that long.
I've already watched it.
Okay.
Yeah, I've watched it.
It's basically, the anime is basically about a guy is given a book from the Death God, and whoever's name he writes in this book will die, and he's basically become a god, so he can basically control who lives and who dies. And that's about the extent of my knowledge about this. But so they're making a movie all about this guy who can write anyone's name in a book and they die.
Right.
So if you think about superpowers like we talked about last or 2 weeks ago, what about this one?
Well, reality, bending reality and changing it at will, that's kind of somewhat the same thing. Except people don't know they're about to die. They just kind of go poof and they're gone.
Well, they die of a heart attack.
Well, not every time. Sometimes it's very violent too. You can write specifically what happens to them and it will happen.
Oh, but if you don't, it's just a heart attack.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't realize that. See,
because there was like
Seems
there was like an old thing that's like someone dies and it's like hit by a car or something, and the next day they'll get
Right.
hit by a car and die on impact.
nice.
But speaking about your bending reality, Caleb, there was a Reddit thread I read that was a writing prompt, and it was like the normal birth cycle is 9 months for every pregnancy, but anyone that extends past that are given superpowers. So like 12 to 15 months are like superpower babies, and it's like the longest in record ever is a kid that's been born after 2 years. Your wife has been pregnant for 15 years. So they said, and then they get into someone starts gets the writing prompt, and they go into the story, and it's talking about how anybody that's been born over 4 years or whatever, or 2 years, have become really famous like scientists and have helped and they're geniuses even as toddlers, and their powers are like beyond mention. But they also say the rule when someone's born is like natural disasters will become like crazy during the birth. So he said the husband looked out the window and saw like 3 tornadoes forming. He said he saw one made of pure lightning. But the kid was born, and it turned out they did not know what the baby's power was, and they could not figure it out. And one day the kid came up to them and was like, "I manipulate probability. I can basically physically see the dial of like 0% possibility to 100% possibility, and I can mess it with it at will." So she said, "What's the probability of me growing wings tomorrow?" And it's like right now it's at 0. She turned it to 100. The next day she woke up and had wings.
Wow.
So she turned it back she got rid of it because obviously that's kind of stupid. But then she said the ending of the twist of the story though is she came back and she was really upset. And then the dad asked what's wrong, and she goes, Grandma's dial says that it's 100% possibility that she's gonna die tomorrow, and she goes, so just change it if you're upset about it. And she goes, I can't. It's a probability dial that she can't alter, and it scares her. And I thought it was a really well written story for writing prompts.
Wow,
That's wild.
that is awesome.
That's why I like reading those every now and then. Every now and then you're gonna find a gold mine.
So it's like her death was set in stone.
Yeah, it's like the person who took 15 years to be birthed and had control over all probability couldn't alter the death of someone. And I guess it's because death is too big.
Death is the only certainty.
Yeah, and it also makes you think, what if someone was born even longer and is like it becomes the death god? Kind of like back to Death Note.
Jeez Louise.
God of death.
Also, since y'all have watched the trailer, have y'all seen the actual Death God, what he looks like, and from the anime and stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
That dude's fucking freaky as shit, and the fact that they 3D morph this guy into reality just looks really actually awkward and kind of weird.
Most things do.
I'm gonna type it. I'm gonna see if I can find a live action Death God image. See if I can put that on the chat when I'm editing images. Cause it looks.
Oh my god.
Yeah, it's really freaky.
No, I'm talking about Prim's gas.
Is she behaving out there?
He looks
Yeah,
dope.
she's sleeping, but she's killing me.
It's honestly kind of terrifying.
He looks dope. Like, I'm not even scared of him. He just looks awesome.
Yeah.
I'm scared of him.
So
The dude's
what
fucking
so what
grin.
So what are your thoughts on the trailer?
I thought it was actually
Considering
really
that-
interesting. It looked more interesting than the actual anime. Like, especially the actor they got to play the kid though, I'm not too sure about because I've seen him in
Which one?
the main guy.
Like,
He's on the thumbnail if you look at him.
No, I know what you're talking about. I was just trying to think which character it was.
He's the guy with the Death Notebook.
Yeah. Okay.
And he's been in other things and he's done mediocre in those movies. But he's in every single movie he plays in, he's that edgy kid. He's that edgy
right.
goth
Edge
kid,
lord.
and now he's gonna be the king of edge.
Well, I think originally, like, well, I actually don't know what originally it was. I'm not gonna say that I know. L's a black man, though. That's a thing.
So, I don't know. I might be interested in seeing this movie. I would like to watch more trailers on it.
Yeah.
It's not a movie. It's a Netflix series, right?
What? No, this is. Oh, I think it is. No, you're right. It is a Netflix series. That's right.
Wow, Casey.
No, I completely forgot
would-
because normally you don't do like. Those turned out to be more movies than anything else, and I forgot this is actually a whole series. My God. Well, yeah, if it's gonna be free, I might as well check it out. Might be worth a watch. Might be worth a discussion on in the future podcast as well.
Oh no! See, if we're gonna do that, I'm gonna watch the original Death Note just so I can
Make
have
fun
a
of
problem
us.
where I just want to destroy everything. It's a serious issue. I need
Wait,
to-
it even says right here. I think it has a release date. Let me watch the end of the trailer real quick and see if I can figure out a release date. Can I double click?
You can
this
just
and open
look it up.
Well, while Casey's doing that.
Well, it says it right here.
let's-
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
August 25th. So my birthday. It's open August
Wow.
25th.
Happy B-Day.
Okay, so I need to watch Death Note before August 25th. God, it's like that one time when Okay, so weird tangent. Basically, I don't like Sword Art Online, right?
Yeah.
And a bunch of my friends were like, oh, it's good, it's good, it's good, right?
Mhm.
And I could never put into words my argument because I only watched the first 4 episodes. So I sat through the whole series, like analyzing it, like, and I was like going to explode.
Ooh, Casey. You know what comes out before Death Note?
What?
What do you think?
Is it a? Oh, is it
The
gonna?
Defenders.
Yeah, that's what I say. The Defenders. I couldn't remember the name.
August 18th.
I
Ah,
think
Nice.
Matthew disappeared.
No, he's
did he
here.
really? He's here.
Who?
You.
Oh. He just got
Me?
really quiet, so I thought he,
Oh.
died.
Yeah, see, there was one point when I was really quiet and I was panicking because, like, my computer froze.
Your mic does cut out every
Yeah.
now and then, but that thing that's
It-
what we're hearing.
No, I mean, like, my computer froze and I couldn't do
Freezes?
anything.
He's
Yeah,
dying.
I don't know what happened. I was panicking, and I'm not sure if Audacity recorded any of it. You might want to edit that out.
I'll check. And
Because
I'll
I'll
see it all in
probably
post,
just be
doesn't matter.
like,
As far as that goes, we have 13 minutes left to talk, and that was all the talking points I had prepared. I expect
we could talk about
I expected it to last
Destiny.
longer. Destiny 2, yes, good. Thank you, Matthew. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Good on you. I have not watched any more about it, so I'm gonna need you all to go ahead and.
I
Alright.
think only. Oh, do you know? Or do you want me to?
Well, I don't. I was gonna just say.
Do you know about the farm social
Yeah.
space?
Caleb
I do.
talked
Do you
shit
know
about
about
me because
some-
I was like, because he was talking about raids, and he was like, apparently there's not gonna be matchmaking like they said they were, or rumored to be.
No, they never said it was gonna be matchmaking. It was gonna be like.
I think it was misunderstood by a lot of
No,
people.
it's kind of matchmaking. It's like, hey, here are these raids which are the people that are hosting raids. Like, it's voluntary matchmaking.
Oh, so you
Oh.
see people.
Very voluntary.
So that
So it's
reminds
like,
me of
here are
Index a
the-
little bit, where it's like a bulletin board of people, and then you're like, I want to join
Yeah.
this person.
Basically, they have that for all of the higher level or all activities, actually.
All activities? Dude, that's actually pretty cool.
If
Because
you want to get a group.
it treats it more like
Yeah.
bounty missions, and that sounds pretty cool, actually.
Right.
They should make
What
it like
else?
they
There
should make it
was-
like the table they had in the tower where all the
Vanguard.
vanguards. That should be where they go. You go to the table, and then that's where you get the missions and stuff.
Really? Well, no, it's not that. It's like when you're going to, let's say you want to do a raid and you're new, you don't know what to do, right? You can go look for like a group, so I can like look through the different clans which are hosting raid groups, and like let's say I find math class, right? I'm like, hey, let me join these people, and then I join them. I can raid with them, and if I want to, I can join their clan. If not, I don't.
Oh, they actually have
Yeah.
a video of the new social space.
Yeah,
Oh, let me fucking see this then. Give me that.
Mm-hmm.
there are chickens.
There are
in the social
chickens.
space.
Can we play with them?
Yes.
Can we kick them?
I don't know.
Can we fly with them like in Zelda?
No.
Can we, if we hit them, will we be attacked and killed by a herd of chickens, or horde of chickens?
Yes.
Hopefully they allow that.
That'd be amazing. I mean, we can die like 1,000 ways in the tower. Why couldn't we just have one extra, like, paying like an homage to Zelda?
If we can die 1,000
Lawsuits.
ways in the tower, Kasey, there was only like 5 ways to die.
Fall damage.
Okay.
If you really, really got up there, if you went out of bounds, and if you jumped over the ledge.
Okay, so I have a question for you all.
Yeah.
Or for Kate. So they got rid of, like, each weapon. So let's say you get the Crucible hand cannon, right?
Mm-hmm.
It will always have the same roll for everybody.
I love it.
Like, it is the one roll.
I
What are your
don't know.
thoughts?
I don't follow.
So you know how in Destiny how you get random perks on your guns?
Mm-hmm.
Each gun now has set perks.
Oh, so every gun in that class of weapon, like pistols and everything like that, will have the same.
No. What I
scope.
mean is, no, like, let's say you get the better Devil's Hand cannon.
Yeah.
Or, right? It will always have these same perks on it.
So there's no variation at all.
No variation within the better Devil.
Just
weapon.
better stats.
Not, no, well, a better attack value.
Yeah, that's
or
what I mean.
light level or whatever. Yeah. That, essentially.
I like
weapon
it.
mods, I think it makes each weapon feel more unique. It depends on how many weapons they have. Like, if they had the same amount of weapons that they have in Destiny 1 per expansion or whatever, then it'd be bad because there wouldn't be a lot of choice. But if they have every archetype of weapon for every vendor and they all have different perks, then it'll be fine.
Okay. Honestly, I haven't been looking too much into Destiny as much as I should have, considering I've already pre-ordered it.
Wow.
I'm trying to keep.
You're
I'm also trying to keep the hype train down. I told Caleb this last night because I don't want to get my hopes too. Chicken! Chicken! They just got to that part of the video with chickens.
Rip headphone users.
Let's just rip everybody.
Little cheeky chicks.
No, see, Casey, here's the problem.
There's no problem. There are
my
chickens.
standard-
I'm sold.
You're sold. What have I done?
There's the soccer ball. The soccer ball's back. Yes.
Yeah, now you can actually play
soccer.
soccer.
I almost said
You can
goal.
play FIFA.
They actually have a soccer field. Yes. This game is amazing.
I hate you.
See,
And
Matt,
when you
with
kick it,
Destiny-
when you kick it in the goal, the light turns orange, and then this fireworks go off. This game is amazing.
See, Matt, when the original Destiny was announced, Tanner
Yeah.
showed me. Everybody was excited for it except for me. I was like, I don't really see the hype in it. And then, I started playing it, and I'm like, oh my god, this game is amazing. Because since my hype was so low for it, when it came out,
Right.
it was amazing. Like, just to me. Everybody else is kind of like, oh man, this isn't what I expected.
Well, it was more like it was missing a lot of things that probably should have been in the game.
Yeah.
Well, see, I didn't like Kasey with Destiny 2. I didn't watch a lot of videos on it. So
Well, neither did I. Like, I saw some of Dado's vids, and that's about it.
I didn't even know who Dado was when I started playing Destiny.
I will be playing in the PC beta, even though it comes after the Xbox One and PS4 beta, after they have ended.
I'll tell you after the game comes out on console.
Well, man,
actually,
I'm gonna be
No, when does the game come out?
Beta.
I thought it was mid-August.
it's
September.
September 6th.
Yes, the
September
the
6th.
PC beta starts in August, or early August.
I swear to God.
does it?
Yeah.
Oh,
Kramer's
I
I would
sleeping
still put the game
outside.
before you.
We would love for you to get Destiny 2.
Caleb's actually, since he has, he's gonna play the beta on Xbox One. He's gonna stream that, so I'll be able to
I'm gonna
check it
try.
out. I'm gonna check that out ahead of time. Then I'm gonna play the PC beta after I head back. Well, hold on. It depends
should
on
just
when the
be-
PC beta is. If it's from the 5th and on, I will have to play it in KU.
Oh,
If it's anywhere before that, I'll play it here before I leave.
that should just be that should be a podcast, just us playing Destiny, or me and Caleb showing you the beta.
A podcast,
Yes, why
a
not?
video game podcast where we actually play games
Easy.
and talk.
Easy.
That
yeah,
might as well
easy
just be a
money.
video podcast, and we might as well just make that a stream.
Well, I would stream
Sure.
it.
No, I would stream
Caleb
it.
streams
Oh
it.
my God, I'm leaving.
Why?
See,
Why?
Prem keeps pooping next to her.
Prim
Oh.
literally just made an audible fart that was like,
Well, Sandy's just asleep.
Sandblast.
old.
How is the Sandblaster?
She was afraid because there was a storm today.
Oh no.
She's old. She's old. It's okay.
Oh no.
Is she afraid of stormies?
Yes, she is
Poor thing.
afraid.
I think
she's okay.
a majority of dogs don't like thunder.
Maybe
I know.
she's still a smushy
I know
dog.
Buddy doesn't like it. He always would hide it in like the corner pocket of my room whenever a storm was going on.
Prim is unbothered by the storms. Prim is unbothered by many things. Sadie, on the other hand, hates it.
Alright.
Sarah, do you have a shout out? Because last time when we ended on that Tumblr account with the Star-Lord, do you have one of those?
Oh, wait,
Not today, actually.
I actually have an idea.
Okay.
Do you guys want me to quickly explain a game to you?
Yeah, sure. Why not?
Sure, okay. Do you have any games that I play that you just want to hear me quickly explain? Real quick?
What's the
Minecraft.
Just any, what?
Yeah.
No.
Just any game that I play. Wait, what? I don't know what you said.
We said
I said
Minecraft.
Minecraft.
Yeah, let me explain. Okay, so you're in this world made of Legos, and then you beat the shit out of trees.
Honestly,
you
he's not far
get
from
wood.
it. So.
You get wood, and then you just keep breaking things, and then rebuilding
Keep
Don't
on
forget
banging.
you have to.
until
don't
you
forget
have a
to do
tree
it-
house
do
that I want
everything
to
before
burn
dark.
down.
Oh my god, I hate you. Don't.
The callbacks. The
Keep on
callbacks are
banging.
real.
Jeez.
What else do you do?
My treehouse was gorgeous and y'all were just jealous.
And you make a dumb YouTube series where we all have to be animals. And then I just don't be an animal because of reasons.
Because you are an animal inside. You don't need to be an animal
Yeah,
outside.
basically.
Why must I be furry? Not furry.
To be or not to be.
I think Eli was overly excited about that series.
Oh, I wasn't. I was just completely like, what are we doing?
What? We get to
Can
play
do
Minecraft
something?
and you're asking me to dress up in an animal skin and then show off my inner animal? Let's do it.
I was the only person I was really pissed at was Geo because he just had a bunch of dogs and then I couldn't have one.
He's also teamed up with Matthew and just wanted to troll everybody, and I was super annoyed.
Yes. This is why you don't mess with me. Because I will destroy you.
They made that
Everything
Teen
you
Titans
hold
tower.
Is that basically the game though? Is where you just simply like describe a game in very basic terms?
Basically, that's what I was going to do. Is like I was hoping that you picked something else that wasn't Minecraft.
Oh, that Minecraft
But
was
like,
a joke,
yeah,
but
Minecraft ended up being
All right.
a joke for me.
So try this one. You're a man dressed in armor. You never get to see your face.
No,
one
you're
knows who you
supposed to
are.
give him the game.
No, you give me a
No,
game.
I want you to see if you can guess which one it is.
No, that isn't.
Shadow of Mordor.
You never get to
Dark
see his
Souls?
face. Hold on. You never get to see
Dark
his
Souls?
face. And yeah, in the entire game, he's the most important character. And
Skyrim.
he's talked about in Legend. He fights aliens.
Master
Alien.
Chief.
Master Chief.
No, okay. I was.
Fight later.
The idea is that I would have a game
Uh.
and I would explain what happens in the game as quickly as I can.
Lego Star Wars.
Have you seen the Star Wars
Like-
movies? Yeah, that, but Lego.
Pretty much.
I mean, like a game that I couldn't do that with. Sure. The segment is ruined.
Left 4 Dead 2. Or Left 4
Left 4
Dead.
Dead 2. 4 survivors go through the south trying to escape zombies and such. You got a redneck. You got what I assume is a gambler. I actually do not know what the other two.
There was
I think Coach
Yeah.
is like a bowler. He
You
looks
got a
like
bowler.
and then we got a veteran. The vet.
What? A vet?
Yeah, the Green Beret guy.
No, that's Left 4 Dead 1, you idiot.
I mean, that's still in the game. I said Left 4 Dead or Left 4 Dead 2, basically. It's still the
You
same
said Left 4
premise.
Dead.
Nuh-uh.
And for some unexplained reason, there's some zombies turn into a special infected that have special powers, but it's always
Some
the
zombies
same
slowly-
fuse, special infected, and never anything.
Okay.
Some
new.
zombies slowly lose the amount of pants they have between the two games. Hunters.
They just got edgy and they wanted to get some shorts.
Fat people who become zombies, they turn into bloaters.
Masturbators that turn into zombies turn into chargers. Furious masturbators that turn into zombies become tanks.
Kasey, do they have a Quagmire mod for the
They do.
chargers? When he
I'm just asking if you can think of something, a very popular character, and think of Left 4 Dead 2 mod. It exists. I'm surprised they don't have a Rick and Morty thing. I'm actually really surprised they don't have like a Rick Survivor or a Morty Survivor.
Well, I know what I'm looking up now. I'm gonna find Quagmire with this like built-up like muscular arm from masturbating too much.
Real quick, Matthew, do you watch and/or like Overwatch or play?
I like Overwatch, yes. You want to talk about Doomfist?
Let's talk about Doomfist. And
Man,
how it's
we got
not Terry
Combos the
Crews.
How it's not
we have-
Genji.
No, we have Combos the character.
Combo's the character, Mr. easily countered by a Sombra. Hey, you want to make a character completely useless? Throw a Sombra at him, and he only shotguns with his terrible fucking shotgun. And
No, doesn't he still get his alt fire though? The punch?
his melee? Yeah, no, he doesn't get his his charge punch. He doesn't get that. That's hacked away.
Really?
He only gets his shotgun blast and his melee. So he's become the most mobile character, becomes the least mobile character, with
In
the
5 seconds.
worst reload shotgun ever.
Survivability.
Remember the icebreaker that recharged bullets slowly?
No, I understand how he works.
That's his shotgun. That's his shotgun, and it's stupid. And I mean, I guess it's unique. It's not Genji. It's not Genji. Caleb, good job.
I like how he has rising uppercut from Street Fighter.
It is well enough to say that you can chain his moveset together very well to like get across the map pretty easily, faster than a Soldier 76 would. And if you chain them just right in the right timing, you could actually keep chaining them. His right click's OP. You can fly so far with it. His right click's easy, the best thing about him.
He's One Punch Man.
He's one punch man. His ult makes him invincible, which is pretty cool. Because he just goes into the sky. And then
It's very weird. Like, do they have a very clear sense of where he drops? Like, do they see the target reticle as well?
they don't see the target reticle until he has selected where he's gonna drop. Once he's like, I'm dropping here, then it lights up red, and people have like a second or two to get out of the circle.
And you can like, and it's only in the circle, right?
It's
Like it won't splash
No,
out of it.
the splash damage. So there's two circles. It's the bigger outer circle and a tiny circle right below it. If the
Okay,
closer you
so
are to
it's
that
only-
smaller circle, the more damage you're going to
it
get.
does.
But if you're right outside that circle, you're not taking any damage. If you're on the edge, you'll probably take a little bit. I think that it counts in the splash.
Sarah, isn't it nice them talking about a game we don't understand?
Hey, we talked about like other stuff
I'm
earlier
losing
that.
interest.
You talked about a bunch of things
we
that I
never
was
talked about
super
Super,
quiet on.
so bye.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, talk about Super. I'll
We'll
leave
talk
the call now.
quickly talk about your frustrations and/or tensions with Super, and then we'll close it out.
I don't know what to say because I'm just stressed.
All right,
out. I
that'll
feel like
be
I
our
shouldn't
that'll
watch
be
it
our
because
end of our podcast.
Peace.
Come on, get it out, Sarah. Let's go.
I'm just stressed because I don't know what's gonna happen, and I can't watch it because I'm too stressed, and I can't breathe because of it. That's it.
She's only. Oh yeah, she just started the Goku Black arc, so she's around episode 50 right now.
Oh,
I'm on
I know what
episode
happened.
50.
Yeah,
I'm almost halfway there. I'm over halfway there. Halfway finished.
Yeah. You're about
hate the way
to
that
be
arc-
actually back at halfway
Living in a
because
pear.
next week is this week is episode 99, and then the next week is episode 100.
Wow.
So you are just right around the halfway mark, technically. You're a little bit over, but you're just right around the
I'm
halfway.
doing it. I'm doing it though. Getting
Yeah, only
close.
because I force you to watch it every time you come over.
Also, I've been watching at home. Also, I thought that little thing where Trunks and Goten got stuck on that planet was the cutest.
Oh yeah.
And they had to help Vegeta.
I forget what the planet was called, but yeah, that's one of the best filler arcs was the Purple Vegeta, because they got some really good moments
What?
between Vegeta and Trunks in there. Too bad it's not canon because it's filler.
Living on a prayer.
Isn't that right, Caleb?
Yeah.
Too
I
bad.
don't really care.
Too bad it's not canon because it's filler. Still cute though.
Oh man.
I hate your freaking guts. I hate your freaking guts.
I think that'll do it for the 3rd episode of Poop
Will
Talk. Thank you for joining, Matthew. You can join next week if you'd like.
Oh, sure, yeah. I'm not working a night shift next week, so we'll have to
It's
do it
cut
at
out
like
again.
me
All
or
right,
Kasey.
I got it out.
Casey's.
I got it out. I got it out of my system.
No, I was gonna say that I'm not working until like 9 at night tomorrow. So.
Well, we
Or no, I meant
do one a
next
week.
Sunday.
Oh,
No, I meant Sunday.
So we're-
yeah, I'm working a lunch shift.
so if we do it at 7, you should be able to make it then.
Oh yeah, I'll be able to make it then.
We
'Cause
just
I'll be
can't.
home.
We just can't be delayed then. We just can't let it delay at all. We got to do it right at 7.
Yeah, we can.
I want
That'll
to
work.
freaking die.
All right. Well, thanks for watching. This is Kasey.
Play
This is
Persona 5.
Caleb.
And this is Sarah.
This is Play Persona 5.
Oh my
AKA
god.
AKA the Mattroid, AKA the last Mattroid, AKA the last and only last Mattroid.
I'm not gonna do that. See, I thought that we had to do a brief introduction for ourselves, so that's
It's
why I
cut
did
out
that.
again.
AKA 420.
just want to do my outro without being interrupted by my headset, so I'm gonna do it. All right, everyone say goodbye. Bye.
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 Bye.